Welcome back to Sports Talk with Britt. Tonight I'm gonna make this video and probably one more. I'm gonna do a playoff predictor, a Major League Baseball playoff predictor. I'm gonna predict the teams that I think are gonna make the playoffs. And then once the playoffs come around, I'll do a prediction show. But right now I'm just gonna kind of give you my thoughts on who I think is gonna make the playoffs at this point. We still got a trade deadline coming up, so things can change. But right now I wrote it all down because there's quite a bit. So I'm going to be looking at my paper a little bit. In the AL East, it's a pretty close race, really, between Baltimore, the Blue Jays, and the Yankees still. I think Boston and Tampa Bay are out of it. Boston got demolished tonight, and I read an article that said it just looked like they didn't even care, like they weren't playing for anything. So I think that they're done. They're probably going to be sellers at the deadline anyways. I just read that they're actively shopping John Lester. So, but out of the East, right now, my Yankees are in third, but I think they'll get in as a wild card, as the second wild card team. I think Baltimore is going to go ahead and win the AL East the way they've been playing, especially if they can get a big-time pitcher or another bat. I read that they're going to trade one of their big-time prospects. Maybe see an Oklahoma kid in Bundy be on the move, but I think it's going to be Baltimore, and then I think Baltimore will win the East. In the Central, I think the Tigers will run away with it there. They're up 5 games on Kansas City, who's the second place team right now. I think they'll go ahead and run away with it. In the West, it's a 2-team race between the Athletics and the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. The Angels are back a game and a half right now. I think Oakland's going to eke it out at the end probably. Oakland's a really, really good team. Got some good pitching now that they got Samardzija. I mean, they had good pitching, but that just makes them even better. I think they may try to go get a second baseman, I read today at the deadline. So I think they'll go ahead and win. And then the wild card, I have the Angels and the Yankees as the second place team. That's hopeful thinking. That may be a little biased, but that's what I'm going to go ahead and say at this point. The NL East is a 2-team race also between the Washington Nationals and the Atlanta Braves. Washington is a half game up on Atlanta. I actually think that Atlanta, they've had some injuries, and I think they can get a couple of those guys back. I think they're going to win the NL East. But they're a half game back, and they've had a few injuries, so I'm going to go ahead and say that they win it. The NL Central, Milwaukee and then St. Louis is a game and a half back, and Pittsburgh's 2 games back, so it's a close race there. And then Cincinnati's 6 games back, so they could still make a run if they could go get somebody. I haven't read much about them, but I think that St. Louis ends up winning it just because they're experienced. They're just one of those teams that always seem to, make a push at the end. They do it all the time. I think they'll go ahead and end up winning it. And then the NL West, I like the Dodgers a lot. I think the Dodgers will end up winning that. The NL West, the San Francisco's only 2 games back though, and they just went and got a guy from Boston. So it's Peavy, but he got busted up in his first game. So we'll see. And then the NL Wild Card, I don't know. That's gonna be tough. Oh man, got Washington, Milwaukee, Pittsburgh, San Francisco. I'm going to say San Francisco and Washington. I don't think the Brewers had such a good season. I'm going to say they don't make the playoffs. I think they're going to fall off here at the end. So who's that? I have Los Angeles and New York as my AL wild card. Washington and San Francisco is my NL wild card. And then I have Baltimore, Detroit, Oakland, Atlanta, St. Louis, and the Dodgers winning their division. That would be my playoffs right now. That could change. Maybe, hopefully, the Yankees. I just read that the Yankees may go try to get a corner outfielder bat. Maybe get a Adam Dunn. I would like him to he'd be a good DH. I think he's got some power. He strikes out a lot, but he's got some power. I'd like to see us go get him, and then maybe I heard that Cliff Lee, after the trade deadline, will be placed on waivers. No one will claim him because he has such a big contract. Maybe I heard the Yankees will go after him, try to get him then. That'd be big. That'd be a big pickup. We've had some young guys pitching well, so it's going to be interesting. There's a lot of close races. I really enjoy baseball when it gets to this time. I mean, I watch the Yankees, but I also start watching other teams as we get closer to the playoffs and obviously in the playoffs. But I'm going to make one more video tonight. Just talk about Sooner news, Sooner football news, just some stuff I've been thinking about. But don't forget to like, subscribe, share it. I've been getting a lot more views. I'm really, really excited. I'm getting some comments now. I'd really like to get enough subscribers and views. Get some people comment to where I can have a question and answers video. People, comment, ask me some questions, and I'd like to be able to answer them. So let's see if we can do that. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching Sports Talk with Britt.